I'm in charge of the bio today. God, I can't believe it. Okay, it's okay. I'm pardoned already. Reverend Deborah speaking today. Yay. Always makes us think. Of course, everybody does, but it's nice. She sets a good example on her lectures. So, okay, Reverend Deborah has lived in San Diego for 40 years and has studied healing for over 35. Her initial training at the First Spiritualist Church in San Diego included classes in spiritual healing, universal laws, and mediumship. Reverend Deborah was ordained at the First Spiritualist Church in October of 1992, served in many appointments as well as pastor. She has a long history with Harmony Grove, reading at psychic fairs and teaching at the Institute classes. She has taught many spiritual subjects in psychic development, including universal law and angel kingdom, tarot, chakra, and aura, and is a Reiki master. She is currently the pastor of the First Christian Spiritualist Church in National City, lecturing monthly and offering healing and meditation classes. Her belief and commitment is we are co-creators with Spirit to express in love and joy the message of our soul and say yes to God. So let us give a nice warm welcome to everyone.
Thank you, that's so sweet. And I was still a little caught up in an experience yesterday. We all have very special people in our lives, but then we run across some that are just so giving and helpful and caring, and Tim Hepburn was young, and God decided to take him home the other day, and so we were honoring him yesterday at the Spiritual Living Center, Vision Spiritual Living Center yesterday, and so many people were talking about all the different things he did. He was a wonderful cook, wonderful husband, wonderful in so many ways. At the end, everybody, really chimed in with the kindness. And we hear about that a lot lately, about being kind, so important. We see it all over Facebook and social media. And then we'll see other things too, okay? And it's so important to pay attention to what you're feeding into yourself, what you're buying into, what's really takes your attention, really grips you. And reading all these different stories, different dramas, different things that come up for people freaked out by getting a bad haircut. I mean, think about it. What's really trending and what's is usually totally opposite to what's truly important. And that's what Jesus came to teach us, and all the great masters came to show us, is what are you taking seriously in your life? And then making it lighthearted, making it fun, making it happy, making it a great opportunity, staying positive is the greatest gift. I'd like to read now from the Aquarian Gospel of Jesus the Christ. And it's chapter 33. And I've used this one before, because I really like it. And I really try to drink this one in myself about toiling. And there were workers out there where Jesus was visiting. And it was a happy holiday. And he saw all these people enjoying the day, but they weren't smiling. And Jesus saw the hard-drawn lines of toil on every brow, in every hand. There was no look of joy in any face. Not one of all the group could think of anything but toil. And Jesus spoke to one and said, "Why are you all so sad? Have you no happiness in life?" The man replied, "We scarcely know the meaning of that word. We toil to live and hope for nothing else but toil, and bless the day when we can cease our toil and lay us down to rest in Buddha's city of the dead." And Jesus' heart was stirred with pity and with love for these poor toilers. And he said, "Toil should not make a person sad. Men should be happiest when they toil. When hope and love are back of toil, then all of life is filled with joy and peace. And this is heaven. Do you not know that such a heaven is for you?" The man replied, "Of heaven we have heard, but then it is so far away, and we must live many lives before we reach that place." And Jesus said, my brother, man, your thoughts are wrong. Your heaven is not far away, and it is not a place of metes and bounds. It is not a country to be reached. It is a state of mind. God never made heaven for man. He never made a hell. We are creators, and we make our own. Now cease to seek for heaven in the sky. Just open up the windows of your hearts, and like a flood of light, a heaven will come and bring boundless joy. Then toil will be no cruel task. We've had many talks about being positive, about staying in the moment, being here and now, looking at what's really bringing us joy. And right now, to me, having a job means money, and it means having a life and having things I need. And on the knowing and believing that heaven is a state of mind also comes up a lot, but do we really take that in? Do we really believe that? Are we really living like that is true? Once we change our attitude, it changes everything, okay? You know, Jimmy Buffett's song, right? It changes an attitude, changes an attitude. But the question was, Spirit wanted to remind us, not looking back with regret, with all the different things that have happened to our lives, because it's brought us to who and what we are now. Some things we're going to encounter, whether we think we're choosing them or not. There's just certain journeys that we've chosen for this lifetime to experience in our mission. But also, don't look back with regret. Look back knowing that these are all memories. These are all things we learn from, and we're moving forward. That's the key, to keep brightening, becoming clearer, looking for the understanding and the meaning in what we've been through. But are we also, on our spiritual path, are we looking for a fast lane to truth? Are we looking to that fast lane for understanding, for wisdom? All all the people, most people I know have really learned a lot from life experience themselves. And it's something that we keep working with and honing in our lives. It's not usually something that just comes to us. We have some from past life that comes through to help us in this life. But we're back here again, so we're still needing to work with it. And I don't want to say like perfect it, but keep working with that energy, making it better and better. And a lot of times, it's making it better for yourself so that then you can make it better for others. If we're going around grumpy all day, we're creating that energy around us for others, okay? But when we have that inner happiness, and when we have found our heaven especially, we make it a more joyful place and we're a more joyful person to be around. But these are gained through our experiences, through living, through making the best choices, and then standing firm in them, not letting others to so easily change our mind, thinking we're having a great time, and then you see on social media somebody's, out in Italy, or they're out here, or they're in Disneyland, or whatever, or you think, oh, they're having a better time than I am. What did I do wrong? No comparison, because we all have choices. And I don't know if anyone remembers Reverend Coy Johnson from Escondido of that Harmony Grove Spiritualist Association, and some things really stick with us. And she said we all unite in the principles of spirit, though we have different ideas. And that is the beauty of being able to express and share that with each other. And we all learn from that, and we all grow, and we all change from all different ideas of wisdom as we take it in and just think, okay, what makes sense? What is going to make this a better world? Looking at it from the overview rather than the subjective so often. Well, the road that is not taken, remember the David Frost poem, The Road Not Taken? Well, sometimes it is taken again in some reality, and we're going to be on it. It's like whatever we're choosing also, there's going to be the events that we need to experience are going to come through to us in some way, whichever road we choose. So, they're bringing in all this music today. Probably because I'm looking at music for my classes. But bring it in Steve Winwood's Roll With It, Baby. It's just go with it. Remember how sweet you are. You do wonderful things. And just things are happening. And I just think it's a little too rowdy for church service. But roll with it. Just roll with it. God's with you. We're brought to many places. And sometimes we learn to appreciate them later on. When we do look back, we think, so if that hadn't happened, then, I wouldn't have met that person or experienced this. And we found through, especially living through the pandemic, okay, now we're talking in terms of pre-pandemic places and issues and things, and then we were in it, okay, and then now it's post-pandemic, and now what we're experiencing, the aftermath of being so isolated was so wrong to me personally. I believe it was so wrong, hurt so many people, and we really found what we truly appreciated, enjoyed, what brought us heart, what brought us spirit, what kept our faith up, and supporting those places. I was blessed to be able to support different restaurants and to keep, so they could keep their doors open. You know, a lot of places we know, oh yeah, that was a great place to go, but they closed. The pandemic just brought their business down. They're not here anymore. So many places aren't here anymore. So many churches across the nation closed their doors. So they couldn't stay open. And we're very, very blessed here. And it's of people of dedication who give to what they believe in, to do anything we could. For the Lord kept this place open. And now we've got so many beautiful people that are here. And that's what we're in, this material world. And to be able to serve, it takes that. And so we hear it all the time of the donations and the charity and helping others and it can put you in heaven when you know that you've been there for others. There is an inner peace that resides in each of us that needs to be tapped into more often. Notice as you're meditating, or in the beginning trying to meditate, what's bringing you into your heart space? What's bringing in and creating that peace for you? And see, they gave me this. Love is coming to terms with inadequacies and acquiring a stronger positive outlook about ourselves. About ourselves. What do you think most of the therapists, psychologists, what do they hear? When do we go to hypnotherapy to look into ourselves, to see what is holding us back from what we believe we really need to be doing? It's that feeling of inadequacy, that we're not enough, that no matter what we do, we're not going to be enough. And who's creating that energy? Who's creating that feeling, that emotion? It's us. Okay? Okay? It's ourselves. Know that you're enough. Know that you're unconditionally loved by Creator God, by the angels. You have angels, you have teachers, you have guides, always around you. And they're not wasting their time, okay? We're not wasting their time, okay? Because they're learning from us too. And they're wanting to serve too. And that's their service. It's being there for us. But it's a relationship. We appreciate them. We love them. And we listen to them. Love is coming to terms with inadequacies and acquiring a stronger, positive outlook about ourselves. You know, some people, you know, they just think, I'm still working with that, like with cooking. It's not going to come out like that picture, okay? But it's going to have great ingredients in it. It's going to taste good, okay? But you know, but I don't judge that. You know, if I feel like making something, you know, I will. You know? I want to read you something from, there are a lot of spiritual books out there about prosperity. Mm-hmm. And it is a part of growth because money is a part of this world. Oh, now they're bringing to me that song, Madonna, Material Girl. But I had a few of, Pam shared with me this one. She had read on The Wisdom of Money by Alice Bandy. And it just has you looking at what you're investing in. Is it truly supporting what you're believing in, what you are physically, spiritually, fed from. The seeds of consciousness is one section here of ideas to plant within your mind. I'm going to have you close your eyes for a minute and just really put these ideas through your energy and just see if it makes sense for you. There's 4 of them. Here's number 1. It's completely my choice how I live my life. It is completely my choice how I live my life. A lot of people can tell you what to do, but it's your choice of whether you're thinking that's the right thing for you. Number 2, I receive information about everything in life from our culture, from my own mind, my own heart, and my own spirit. I alone decide what I wish to believe to be true. I receive information about everything in life from our culture, from my own mind, my own heart, and my own spirit. I alone decide what I wish to believe to be true. Number 3, I am free to believe what I choose to believe in all areas of life. I am willing to live my life according to my own truth. I am free to believe what I choose to believe in all areas of life. I am willing to live my life according to my own truth. And number 4, when I speak for myself and speak what is true for me, I create for myself a life and a way of life that reflects the truth of who I am. The truth of who I am. That touches on the spiritualist belief of what we're thinking, but especially what we're saying, we're creating in a more concrete way of what we're choosing to attract into our lives. The power of the spoken word. When I speak for myself and speak what is true for me, I create for myself a life and a way of life that reflects the truth of who I am. Thank you. You may open your eyes, and this is of the alignment. Aligning yourself, body, mind, and spirit. Okay? What you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're saying, is all the same thing, following through in what you truly believe. And the angels guide us in this all the time. We feel their tap. We feel our teachers stepping in, saying, yeah, this is something that's going to help promote what you believe in and what you truly enjoy and bless. There's so many choices, and this is a blessing in itself to live, create, experience, learn, and grow without looking back with regrets or fears, but with a grateful heart. With a grateful heart. Tell those special people in your life how much you appreciate them, what you appreciate about them, of all the things that they've been there for you to do. it's so important. So we never know when God's calling us in. And we want to look back now, post-pandemic, with no regrets, but love. Just love. God bless you all. Thank you all for being here today.